We're on. Look, we're live. It's us. It's the Mike and Eric show coming to you live once again, 10:30-ish a.m. on a Tuesday. Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us out there? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear
me now?
What? I can hear you. Oh, can they hear us?
I thought you were trying to ask me. Yeah.
We're working on audio. We're using some new tools, and so give us a second because we're trying to work through that. Are you hearing us now?
Super cool.
Are you hearing us now? Yep. Jason LeBlanc says, we're live. We're here. Hey, what's up, everybody?
In the Rizzle.
It's Mike. It's Eric. Movidia Technology Group, and we're talking to you about web stuff. Web design. Websites. It's important. Websites for small businesses. You know what? We get a lot of questions from small business owners and decision makers, and they want to know, how do we increase engagement through our website? Like, how do we get people to call us? Right. How do we get people to email us? They come to our website. We want them to actually do something.
Yeah.
We want their business.
Right. Yep.
And we want them to pick us. Right. So we're gonna talk about that today specifically, and the role of images. Mm-hmm. And this is one you're really fond of because you're an image guy, right? You like pretty graphics and making things look cool and whatnot.
Thank you.
And he's really good at it. And so we're gonna talk about the role of images. You know, what images to put out there, what images you shouldn't put out there,
right,
and whatnot. And the thing is, images can create trust. They can create excitement, authenticity. Or they can be confusing and distracting.
Sure.
You know, and so why is it that images are so important?
Well, Eric, so some super nerdy stats here.
I like statistics. Hit me with some
statistics. So
statistics.
90% of the information transmitted to the brain is visual.
Visual and visual. Both.
Visual 90%. Is French for visual.
90%. So like visual as opposed to like audio.
Right. So, and then the second part of that is visual images are processed 60,000 times faster than text. That's nuts.
60,000 times.
So that explains all the cat videos on YouTube. So
do you like?
Right?
I kind of like cat video every now and then.
Well,
I like the fail videos, like where people are just getting jacked up when they're out there, right? They're like riding a motorcycle and they run into a barn.
Yep.
That's. I've done that a few times.
All right.
It's kind of painful, but
hey, that's next week's video, right?
Yeah, we'll cover that.
Hey, so we're going to give you 3 quick tips today. 3 quick pro tips today on using imagery. Eric, number 1, I feel like it's going to hit home with you because we're going to talk about professional photography.
Yeah.
Isn't your wife a professional photographer?
My wife is a professional photographer, and the one thing is actually, there's multiple things about my wife. She's beautiful. She's very intelligent. She's just an amazing individual. But what God blessed her with was the ability to take photos. And she's been getting asked by a lot of businesses to help them take better photos for their real estate listings, better photos for their websites. And so the thing is, people don't want to see stock photography anymore.
Right.
When a person comes to your website, they don't want to see the same stock photo that they've seen on 5 or 6 other websites.
Yeah.
You know, back in the 90s when stock photography became a real big thing and it wasn't out there, you know, people used that and they were a lot more professional imagery. Now, people coming to your website, they want to see authenticity. Right. They want to see the real you.
Well, people are buying based on the emotional connection they have with your business.
Absolutely. So the sales process is emotional.
Right.
And so use a professional photographer for a couple reasons. One, the images will be just a lot better than you could produce, right? They'll be a lot better. And 2, they can come in from an outside perspective and they can help you understand what you should showcase.
Right.
I'm always shocked at, I think I've got the right idea. And then someone who really knows what they're doing comes in and it's like, Eric, it's kind of, but you really need to change this or do this. And then it becomes 10 times
And
better.
The angles that they get, I mean, it's just like, there's, think about all the hours they've put in to get to the position where they're at. So it's super valuable.
And the thing is, it doesn't cost that much.
That's right.
It's not as expensive. It used to cost, a lot of money. Now, prices have come down and it's really pretty affordable. So make that investment.
Yeah, that's
What's
right.
what's number 2?
Number dos is actually stock photography. So we do run into a lot of cases where stock photography can be valuable, and we understand that not everyone is going to go get professional photography or have the time to do their own photography, right? So stock photography can be a great asset to use.
Can be.
But the thing to remember there is choose images that are relatable to your brand and consistent with your message. So, you know, you actually was going to say, hey, you want to do a quick cheesy stock photography shoot live? Okay, so here, shake my hand.
All right. That's it.
Okay, one more. Let's do. Yeah. Oh, and then one with friends.
Selfie video. Okay, that's a great example.
All right, we're done.
Have you been working out? Man, you're just
Stop it with that.
wow.
You're
Just making me.
Okay, stay on.
Remember
what I
task.
told you?
One of the things I want to point out about stock photography, though, is you want to make sure it's not being used by your competitor, right? So don't pick the same. So know your competition, know the other people who have similar websites, and look at what they're doing. Don't pick the same stuff, because if a shopper is going to your website and then a competitor's website, they're going to see the same thing. It's going to be confusing. So my point about stock photography compared to professional photography is, if you're going to use it, try to use something unique and different. Don't pick the thing that you, oh man, I've seen that a dozen times and it's great, so let's do that.
There's tons of, stock photography is great. There's tons of different types too. There's icons out there. There's graphics. Don't hold yourself back. That's a huge, vast wilderness of stock photography out there. Okay, so moving on.
So what's number 3?
Number 3.
It's something that I'm rather fond of.
Oh yeah, this is great. So you can take your own. We're trying to empower people, empowering local businesses. That's what the video is all about. So take your own photos. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. So Eric, why don't you talk to me about, and please, let's limit the selfie conversation to under 5 minutes here. But how do you feel about this topic?
Well, I think it's, no one knows the goings on of your business better than you.
That's right.
And so if you think about it from the standpoint of a photographer, what images would you capture that show the true you? Right. So don't just take photos because it's a cool photo necessarily. Take it because it helps show you in an authentic and meaningful fashion, right?
Yeah.
So, people make fun of the whole selfie thing and whatnot, but I'll tell you what, when I pull out the camera, and all you guys are kind of trained that when I pull out the selfie camera, you pose and that has become part of our culture.
Yeah, that's right.
And people respond to that here internally. And so that's not a bad thing. You could take your own photos, but just do it coming from the perspective of how you want to show the authenticity of your bit. Be yourself. And then what would people want to see?
Yeah.
Take the photo as if you were the shopper. Right. What would the shopper, the prospective customer, want to find out about you, and showcase that?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's couldn't have said it better myself.
It's simple. Don't be afraid of it. I have a lot of business owners that just need that push over the edge because they're afraid they're going to do the wrong thing. They're afraid they're going to mess up. You can mess up. That's the beautiful part. You can mess up today and make it all better tomorrow.
Don't be afraid.
And the consistency, the fact that you've done it 2 days in a row, is very important.
Yeah.
Right. So don't be scared.
Yeah, we're all walking around with super great, most of us, and have really great cameras on our cell phones anymore. It's not like 5 years ago where you're taking a grainy photo with your flip phone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ready. The phones are really up to speed.
Some of the camera phones are better than what digital
point to shoot one.
Yeah, I see my dad pull out his digital camera, and I'm like, don't do that. You got a smartphone.
Yeah.
Take a picture of that. Oh,
that's right. Okay, so quick recap.
Number one, if you can do professional photography, do it. You are going to be glad you did it. They're going to demonstrate your business in a way that you probably don't know of. You're not thinking about. So make that investment.
Number 2, be conscious of your stock photography use, right? There's so much out there. Don't feel like you have to put stock photography on there for stock photography's sake. be conscious of what you're choosing, make it represent your brand.
Yeah, represent your brand, your values,
Right.
your mission, your purpose, and whatnot. If you can align those things, it'll be a much more meaningful image.
Yep. And number 3,
You take your own photos.
yep.
Technology is really advanced, and you've got all the power that you need in your smartphone. You know, pull it out, take photos, put yourself in the shoes of the shopper,
Right.
and take photos that would be meaningful to them, not you.
Sure. And so thanks for spending some time with us today. Please comment below. We'd love to talk to you. If you want us to take a look at your site's imagery,
Yeah, let's
we're
do an
always
assessment.
here.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's do an assessment. The first 3 people, small businesses that want a professional review of their imagery on their website and maybe some tips on what you can change in the future or not. The first 3 people to comment on this video and then reach out to us, we're going to do that. Mike,
We'll help you out. Yep.
you're going to do
I
a
love
little
it.
assessment,
Great
and you're going
idea.
to write up a little bit of a thing to help them understand what they
Yeah.
can do better.
Yeah. Let's do it.
How about that?
Awesome.
There you have it. First
Looking
3,
forward to it.
ready, set, go. This is Michael. I'm Eric, Mobility Technology Group.
Deuces.
Deuces.